TSI organizers, distinguished mentors, fellow mentees, esteemed guests. Good day to all. My name is Marita Bautista, and this is my research. Done with my mentor, Ms. Afabia Asari, from the University of Ottawa, Canada, but is currently in Ghana for her research. So this is my research titled Exploring Information on Abortion Care on Facebook in the Philippines during the COVID-19 pandemic. Firstly, let me introduce the topic to you. Despite the laws such as the 1987 Constitution and the stigma perpetuated by the hierarchy of the Catholic Church surrounding abortion, it remains common. As of 2016, there are 610,000 abortions, 100,000 hospitalizations, and 10,000 deaths due to abortion complications. To mitigate the consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Philippine government highlighted proper information dissemination using many mediums such as social media. Facebook is the most preferred social media platform among the Philippine citizens due to its accessibility, with 99% of internet users possessing a Facebook account. To those in need of abortion care, the country's citizens often access critical information and buy abortifications on Facebook. So after understanding the context of it, let's get to the bottom of why is it important to understand abortion information in social media, especially in Facebook. Abortion stigma is also perpetuated by social media. The citizens of the Philippines are particularly vulnerable to health misinformation, for there's a shortage of healthcare providers and heavy social media usage. Health misinformation on social media platforms, particularly, was intensified by the COVID-19 pandemic due to home isolation. Most Filipinos sought out advice online due to the simple and quick accessibility of the internet. Now, after understanding the human context of it, let's get down to the scientific methods of this research. Beginning with our research question. So the question is, what are the information on abortion in the Philippines posted on Facebook during the COVID-19 pandemic? And then let's be guided by the objective to explore information on abortion in the Philippines during the COVID-19 pandemic posted on Facebook. So these were our methods. So the researcher used keywords such as abortion, dilation evacuation, surgical abortion, and other methods of abortion as keywords to find abortion-related information. Afterwards, I performed the content analyses in Excel on posts found on March 2020 to August 2020. We performed qualitative and quantitative analyses on this post, which took about a month, from July to August 2023, with no need to apply for an ethical clearance. And these are the findings. Beginning with the information shared, 49% of the posts were opinions or unclear on the stance of whether it was pro-choice or pro-life. Next is 40.8% of the information was accurate, and only 10.2% was misinformation. Looking at the reactions and comments on abortion information, June 2020 had the most reactions and comments, while August had the least reactions and March had the least amount of comments. And finally, posts by individuals and groups. There 55% of the posts were by organizations or groups, while only 45% were posted by individuals. So after looking at these numbers, let's look what's behind these numbers through our qualitative analyses. So we have gathered quotes in different stances, beginning with the pro-choice quotes, which of them were 25 that were boarded on progressive political organizations and other politically opinionated individuals. One quote states that, "I'd like to label this as pro-choice, giving women the option to choose, to have autonomy on their own bodies. Having an abortion bill doesn't mean you have to get one. If you don't want it, don't have one. But don't invalidate other women who need it." We also collected pro-life posts. There were about 19 of them that were boarded on religious connotations and other pro-life organizations, ideas, and people's belief. If I may, one quote states that Leviticus 20v1:27 ban all secret societies, human sacrifices, abortion, disarm civilians, reinstate holy teaching in all schools internationally. And finally, the last category was support for abortion services posts, with 9 of them, including laws on abortion, where to access these services, and initiatives for the accessibility of them. To quote one, South Asia Reproductive Justice and Accountability Initiative jointly developed the call for action. Women's health still matters. Women's access to essential SRHR information and services remains critical in responding to COVID-19. So these numbers, these discussions, these quotes, they have a meaning. And we'll find these meanings and implications in this discussion. Out of all the types of information related to the topic shared, there is a greater number of unclear/opinionated posts that are neither accurate information nor misinformation. This event may be caused by Facebook's nature of accessibility to share opinions. Our findings are supported by research done by Hampton and colleagues in 2014 and by Mascheroni and Muro in 2017. Hampton and colleagues stated that social media doesn't provide an alternative discussion platform for those who would remain silent in the expression of their opinion in face-to-face settings. In contrast to our findings, Mascheroni and Muro stated that the participants define Facebook with its non-anonymous nature as an unsafe social setting for informal sensitive discussions. Our findings also suggest that Facebook is not an efficient medium for accurate information. This study found that even though a lockdown has taken place, there wasn't as much engagement in the form of reactions and comments with posts as both lockdowns occurred from March to April and August. Furthermore, our study found that a greater portion of the posts were posted by organizations or groups compared to posts posted by individuals. So basically, the 3 main points from this discussion, from this research, is that 1, the most common information that you'll find about abortion in Facebook in the Philippines is that most of it's unclear depending on stance. It's unclear whether it's pro-life or pro-choice. It's unclear whether it's accurate information or misinformation. The next finding is that lockdowns don't increase engagement when it comes to comments and reactions. Even though June had the most reaction and comments, there was no lockdown in June. The third important finding is that people are more likely to post in groups than individually, which is obvious, according to our research, which also upholds the notion. And then finding the whole essence of this research is that Facebook can be used as a means of disseminating abortion-related information, whether it be an opinion, accurate information, or misinformation. And before I end this presentation, before I conclude this, there's 3 things I wanted to say. So the 3 things that I learned, first up was obviously the research skills, how to make a story through words, through numbers, through science, how to condense it all in 11 pages, how to make sure that this message gets across to the public. And speaking of the public, the second learning I learned was public health. It's a mix of art and science, according to my mentor. I was introduced to this world where you can do science while also influencing policy, government policy. And finally, a final acknowledgement to my wonderful mentor who always went above and beyond, who met me twice every week, who checked my papers, who gave me this topic, who gave me the suggestion, and who really went above and beyond to help me accomplish my dreams, to help me pursue my passion. And this is the conclusion of my research and my conclusion as a mentee. And I'm so excited for more conclusions and more introductions. Thank you. That is all.